Okay, good morning. It is Friday. Where the hell are we? There we go. Oh, that's a little adjustment. Nope. Nope. This way? There we go. Hey, good morning. It's Friday. Week 4, day 5 on Triton. The hauler, affectionately named Snowman, went out on a run last night for a crashed ship and made 3 trips, so that would be 180,000 liters of material. Obviously, that makes it worth the cost of the subscription. So let's see how this morning looks. We are nighttime or blizzard? Nighttime. Alright. Let's get this miner rolling. She's sitting over here in a ditch. She is auto charge 14%. Auto. Engines on. Let's get her back onto that dock back there so she can get charged up. Ooh, wrong way. Let's just get you on the dock. I have a backing camera, side camera, bottom camera. Well, those are going to do us a good work backing up. Let's shut the HUD down because it's too much stuff and it's confusing me. Let's try coming in from this side. Level off. Come down a little bit. Come down. Swing over here. Come back. Look at that. Gravitas. It's locked. Engines off. Charge. Let's get the battery charged up. I think we're going to have to rewrite the job. Because she should have been working back this way. Let's go get the bigger hauler. Oh wait, we could bring in a second miner. We can put it, let's see if we have a dock in here. We can have a dock right off of this and send her down that way. Give me a second connector. We are still in cleanup mode. Let's get that out of there and let's get that turned off. As you all know, the lag has been quite ferocious lately. And we've been trying to address it, which means a little more frequent cleanups. Wait, are we down to 76 out of 600? Man, it's time to bump PCU numbers up again. How's this guy done? 86%. We still have fuel out here. Let's bring over another hauler. A miner. Bring over another miner. There we go. Let's use our words. And here she is. So we need a name for her. She's another Christine. Christine is the banana split lady. Christine. What is the rest of that lyrics? It's Christine. Lyrics. Christine. And it's by... Is it by Suji and the Banshees? Banana split lady. Isn't it like green hair girl? Something? It's by Susie and the Banshees. Strawberry Girl. That's it. Strawberry Girl. So we're going to call this. We're going to fix the typo. Because we make those a lot. Made it again. Strawberry Girl. Center. Away. Engines on, batteries to auto, detector and antenna on. Okay, let's be a little careful here. We are undocking. Never as good as the second you take them out of the shop. Because after this, she starts to get a beating. Okay, so we're going to call this Strawberry Girl Connectors. Save. And then we're going to get rid of connectors. And we're going to call this. And we're going to get to this one. What else was that cockpit looking for? Let's work our cargo. Tropico cargo. Tropico has 2 tanks. Tropico cargo. Tropico has 2 tanks. Alright, so we're clearing out Barrington Hills over here because we gotta get out of the Sally Port. It's way too crowded, so we need a place to park. Well, this is for housing. So we're gonna do that housing trailer project, I guess, over the next couple of weeks. So we're going to put this thing on that connector we just built. We're going to have to work on this stuff directly in front of us. Now that'll work out good. So we're setting these to eject stone and eject ice. So there's some magnesium deposits in here. If they find those, they'll bring them back for us. And anything else of value more than just stone. Stone itself is, ironically, very invaluable unless you have a ton of it. And then it reaches a point where you just don't need a ton of it anymore because you got it. So this is already dug out. So we need to do the second part of this. You know, it's always better to have a little bit of breathing room because, I mean, you don't want to lose a miner because it just slams into something unattended. Close to that tank. I cannot see the, where's the connector? Did we rotate a little bit? Yes, we did. Where is that connector? fix that toolbar. This is K4H connectors. So we're looking for Strawberry Girl connectors. Switch lock. Okay. Okay, this is batteries. K4H batteries. Strawberry Girl batteries. Discharge. Recharge. And lastly, let's make sure we change the name properly. Yep. Let's change it on everything we can real quick. Like this right here. Where is the... Lots of small batteries here. Looking for something. Is it 8? Want to be in charge mode. is this ship? 1,818,000 kilograms. It's not. That's the size of the base. Okay. We're at 67% charge. That's more than enough to get us started on a run. So let's put the tanks on. Oh, we gotta build a beacon. Six, 4, 1. Beacon. Are we in here at a weird angle? No, no, not. Okay. Yeah, we are. Okay. Auto. Okay. Hydrogen is in stockpile. No. On. Engines are on. Let's go to Pam. Something in Pam is not working. There she goes. Core path, we got home. Let's set the working area. Let's undock. Number 6. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Darn scratchy throat. Okay, let's try it again. This time, don't mess up leaving the dock. Stop path recording. Record path. Dock was set. Okay. Number 6. Pull out of the dock. Turn this way. This is job position. Okay. Number 3. Back in the cockpit. Stop path recording. Okay. Set up mining job. Okay, we're too wide. The height is 1. And the depth is 400 meters. We're waiting here to make sure that the ejectors start dumping, because we don't really need the stone. It's already approaching 250,000 kilograms. There it is. I mean, if we had to bring it back, we'd have to have an injection sorter. If there's a sorter, then we can't pump the hydrogen in. So then we'd have to be running a script or a sorter on the other side to a can that went into the refinery area. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, we kick it out more if we had faster if we had more sorters. This is just burning fuel and battery time, sadly. But while we're sitting here, not much, but a little bit. All right, let's get out of this thing's way, because it's more than capable of running down the road. Now, since we have the bigger one for a cleanup run, I mean, we'll take what we can get. Alright, now let's get this thing. She's charged to 100%. Okay, 9. Ooh, we never fixed that one's beacon. Okay, she's on auto. Engines are on. Okay, number 3. Core path. Home set. Number 1. Get us out of here. Why the hell does she have no hydrogen? Because the other guy was set to stockpile.
missing a drill. Let's get that projector on.
each? 2, 3 quarter? I don't know. Sometimes I think they weigh your entire backpack. Well, this may explain. Well, it's just a result of the crash. That's. What else does the projector show we're missing? We're missing armor, a large ammo, and a light. There's the light. We need a construction comp. And no construction comps here. See if we can find that other engine. Alright. Can we get the rest of the parts? Oh, construction comp. Yeah, that's the sort of thing that Edens Wraith breaks down to pipes and screws and nuts and bolts. Where is that? There it is. Let's get that light working. Alright. What else do you need? 7 armor blocks. We have no steel. A few of these armor blocks erased. It says we needed 7, but who knows? Who knows where those are? Port H2. Oh, we never. Harmony H2, P1, P3. There we go. I'm amazed more people don't use these displays. Do. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we're good on hydrogen, but it would be nice to go on a raid and capture a hydrogen base. Why is this LCD off? What is this block? Whip subgrid. Oh, okay. Is there something cool I could put in here? I mean, rotors, piston parts, connectors. Just things that had the parts in them. Connector, I guess, would be cool. Piston. Yeah, there's not like coil hose or things that would make the deck look cool. Okay. Trailer. We can't move. I don't know where to move it to. That is a pretty damn large opening to put that thing in. I mean, unless you take the wheels and the landing gear off, and then you're setting it right on the ground. Speaking of right on the ground, let's double up this bottom. reactors, thrusters, explosives. We're up to 745. Canvas, zone chips. Okay. So we're going to double up this hull down here on the fuselage. So we want to come down. So for starters, we're just gonna double block this whole thing in, because that's all this needs. And we'll do the nice work later. Second floor it the whole way down? Well, that's an interesting question. Do we second floor it the whole way down? So do we make it stronger? We are going into combat areas. That is a lot of blocks, though. I mean, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, and the sides, that's 9. We could be talking about 900 blocks here, 500 blocks, extra blocks. I mean, at that point, should we just replace the floor with heavy armor? Let's look at the numbers. Okay, here's a single light armor block. It has an integrity of 100. So 2 of them would give us an integrity of 200. And a heavy armor block, 560. It's not that hard to do. Alright, well, let's do... Yeah, but then we'd have to repair it with... Yeah, but our block count doesn't change. So, if our block count doesn't change, then here's what we're going to do. We're going to go stand on the welder. Yeah. We're going to go stand on the welder. And we'll do it one at a time. Because we don't have to, we don't have to carry everything one by one. Engines on. Lights on. Okay, batteries, auto. Okay, vectors unlocked. Let's go forward. Give us a better view. Okay, we are in the lane of travel. And we are out. Okay. Let's make sure we're not touching anything with the welders. Let's bring the nose up. Oh wait, are we going to be able to get close enough? Wheels up. Wheels are number 2. Let's bring the wheels up, number 5. Gears up. Gears down. Fix the gears. Hinge, starboard port. Hinge. Save. Terminal toolbar. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. Alright, that's 60. And then 1, 2, 6, 7, 35. That's 95. There's 100. So that means when we hit that button, there should be 100 of them online. So this thing. Okay, this thing is going to turn on. Okay, it's going to turn that on. Alright, this thing's going to have a 3-minute delay.
Morning. Good. How you feeling today?
Is that Crowbar?
Yes, it is.
Good morning, Crowbar.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Or at least it's acting like one anyway. So what else can you do? Go with the flow, right? Happy Friday. You said TGIF last night, so I'm saying TGIF today.
Yep.
I'm-
It is
my
definitely.
mom- Yeah, go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
I was just yawning, sorry.
Okay, my mom used to always stick an extra A on the TGIF for again. Thank God it's Friday again. Just to be a little different, I guess.
Oh, that's cool. I just set up the timer block for the welders
Mm-hmm.
to help, again, if we can conserve some power here.
Yeah. Hey, I noticed the message about the PAM script thing,
Yes.
and all of the three that I've been kind of overseeing, the Ice Digger, the Ice Queen 2, and Miss Adra, were all docked up last night because they all needed some little bit of repair, so they weren't going out. But I'll restart those PAM scripts. Do we need to recompile them too?
No, I mean, I got it, I got it working.
Oh,
It, it just took,
way too much time.
well, I wound up having to, well, I moved the stuff over to CIC anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, the PAM controller is reporting 2 connected strips, 2 connected ships. The Banana Split Lady and Strawberry Girl. And they're both,
Strawberry Girl.
yeah,
Ooh.
they're both
Is,
running jobs over on the other side.
is Cinnamon Girl next?
Well, Strawberry Girl is the second part of Christine.
Oh, really?
See, because Christine, a Strawberry Girl, Christine, Banana Split Lady.
Okay.
It's just the lyrics of the song. It's
Okay.
it's no more complicated than that.
Hmm.
So, timer block, welder bay 1, start. Okay. Button 1. Yep. Edit text. Start welders. Welder bay.
Okay.
So there's nothing to do. I got it resolved. What I had to do was I had to shut off every PAM controller, every PAM script on the base that was docked.
Mm-hmm.
One of them grabbed the LCD panel while it was being built on the shipyard
Oh.
and reported itself as, hey, I don't have any gyros,
Hmm.
because the base has no gyros.
Hmm.
And I couldn't get it to unlock it, so I had to delete the LCD panel, the PAM controller, shut everything off, and then rebuild it as new panels with a different name.
Hmm.
And then finally
Wow.
I was, because what was happening was it was blinking.
Okay.
It was blinking ship status. I have no gyros. Ship status. I have no gyros. So,
And doing that constantly, I'm sure it was.
well, I mean, it's one of those things that unless you're using, like I don't think it would have ever bothered John or Outwit, because they're not using PAM as much.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I think Outwit really doesn't like Pam at all.
well,
He's had some bad experience with in the past with it, and doesn't care for it at all. But that's just personal preference. I think it's kind of fun. It does a fairly decent job, and having to go track down the damn miners and fix them up every morning is it's like a treasure hunt.
yeah, and it is something different.
Oh yeah, you bet it is.
So, Mon- Friday morning quarterback, how useful was the snowman hauler last night for that Cardigan Bay recovery?
I think it was pretty useful. I mean, John got all of the stuff delivered over to his base, and you know, uh, he didn't have to do a lot of the work to get that done. So, like, like Caleb was saying, these flying skills and this hauling doesn't come free. So, it's like two men in a truck. But I think it was really good to have that because you guys can clean that stuff out. And what did you have to make? 2 trips? 3 trips?
It was a total of 4.
Okay.
So you
So,
figure 4
yeah.
trips. Let me see how much she weighs right now, just to give you a comparison. But out of that ship last night, we pulled out 800,000 kilograms and 240,000 liters of material.
Hmm. Wow.
So, and the other thing I noticed about it was John doing deliveries with his rover the other night, and it just seemed like he was on that all night long, like for hours. You
Oh,
know,
John built a rover? I
well, he
didn't
built a
know that.
rover like 2 or 3 nights ago, or maybe it was a small flyer, and he was doing runs helping Sfiziam with the takeover that he had done.
Right.
And it like for hours he was just, hey, there's John. Oh, there goes John. Hey, there's John. Like it would have been quicker to build a conveyor tube out to where he was pulling it from. So in some ways that was the inspiration for this. The other thing is on the Arctic base, I had a truck that I enjoyed. The
Hmm.
problem with the truck was the same general problem with rovers. You'd come back, especially in a huge base. You'd come back, the wheels are sunk, you couldn't move it, you'd have to, zip it in and out. And
Hmm.
every time you zipped it in and out, it was like, man, I hate doing this.
Yeah.
Even though I mean, we understand it's part of, the mechanics and the result of being, in a huge base, but it never feels cool, kind of thing.
Hmm.
Um, so,
Yeah. It seems like if it's something that if you can avoid it, it'd probably be a great thing to avoid. But I mean, why do the rovers seem to? And I mean, especially the bigger ones. The smaller ones, not so much problems. But you start getting the bigger one, and the things don't drive right. They don't move right. They do a lot of clanging around, and I mean, uh, Outwit's rover there the other day was possessed by some evil spirit and was driving itself down through the base and just ramming into stuff and just causing nothing but problems.
so the biggest thing with the rovers is the way we're playing and the way most people play.
Okay.
Most people aren't playing this game where
At this.
well, they're not even traveling as far as we travel.
Yeah.
You know, there's that, and then so you've got the casual players, and the still active players. So let's not talk. When you cross that line of casual to the inactive, it's a much huger pool that way. But when you're just talking the active players, you've got this huge group of casual people who, they're putzing around. They might make one thing. They might make a rocket. They might reboot and do a thing. It's a very, in some ways, it's hard to grasp the scale of it because you're sitting there going, wait, this is a grown adult who says, I'm going to play this game for 3 hours. And what they've managed to achieve is they landed with their rover and they found ice. And it's like, wait, you're supposed to do that in the first 3 minutes or you're going to die. Like they're just, and you see this when you read the forums, and I see it every time I get cursed out and people who come to try and check us out, and it's not their cup of tea, and
No, you're right. It's there's a level of intensity or commitment, I guess, that you got to have if you're going to try and stick with this game. And I mean, there are plenty of people that are just totally casual that come in, and I mean, as evidenced by the number of people that have done that and just moved through and moved on because they just don't want to make the commitment, or they don't want to invest the time or effort, or that's all part of the commitment to it. So
it's just as simple though as tools. I mean, we had a guy the other day who was,
oh
wait,
yeah.
wait, where are my tools? We're like, what do you mean, where's your tools? Go get them. No, there are no tools here. Well, you got to find them. So we don't hand them to you. And if you die again, you're not getting another set that time either. It's
Yeah.
like that's because you know what? They're tools. You're supposed to be taken care of. And if you're an engineer, these are your tools. They're tools, not toys.
Mm-hmm.
But so now within that smaller segment, you have a couple of servers that are, I mean, for the most part, let's just call them, they're dead. I mean, like Alpha Pertam right now is dead. You know,
Yeah.
it's, but you have other people who would look at Alpha Pertam and go, yeah, I played on there in the last 6 months. It's going cool. It's like, no, man, it's dead. Just call it, it's dead. But, that it suits their play style, and hey, to each his own. And then you have people who famously, on the first of every month or whenever they feel like it, zoof, they just announced that, Tommy won the contest. Tommy made it the farthest. Tommy got to so and so location. We're now wiping, and here's the new event. Because that's how they handle the lag and performance issues. It's just always it's a wipe and a whole new fresh start. Like as an example, right now, we could clean up a small chunk out of the database if we wiped Earth. And the question is, well, when are we ever going to go back there? And I go, well, if you make it the point that you go from there to the next spot, it's much easier when we leave here to wipe Triton than it is to wipe Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also easier to sit back and go, well, look, pick the next spot we're going to. Are we going to make a wrong turn again, even if it's just a planned wrong turn or a roll of the dice wrong turn, because it's, it's easy to do.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like that sort of, fun entertainment, however it works. And then you go, well, wait, do you keep Triton running? Do you let it go inactive? Do you wipe it? And then when you're running on, let's say at the moon, it's a clean database. And, that progression. So when you get to a point, you go, well, wait, I need to head back to Triton. Okay. Head on back to Triton. Here it is. It's loaded up here for you. Well, what do you need at Triton? Well, I want to go live there for a few weeks. Good. You have your own instance. You deal with it, and it won't affect everybody else.
Hmm.
Like you save a moment in time, but consistently the thing that makes it bad for us is concentration of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing. And then one day it doesn't become gradually bad. It's just one day it becomes slammed to the wall horrible.
Yeah. It's like a exponential progression where it goes along and then it goes straight up, and that's where you're at. I think Caleb kind of alluded to it the other day, and he said, we need to make a bunch of little bases, and you said, yeah, that's what we always talk about, but we always end up stuck in one. But I mean, it's a lot easier to survive together than it is to go out and try and everybody make it on your own.
But it might be just as simple as you need to go build your own hab and your own landing area, but you
Hmm.
can build and repair here.
That's a good idea.
Because due to the risk of attack and explosions, we need you away from us. Because if you're near us, you increase our chances of getting attacked here.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
it's an easy sales pitch because it's true.
yeah.
And you know, but the problem again is, you have to, like, I guess here's the interesting thing. I would think that you are an expert at this because you've gone through, but then I have to remind myself, wait, those guys lived on the moon.
Mm.
They were in their own little spot and didn't have to deal,
Oh yeah,
with everybody else. And
there's a lot
that's, go ahead,
to
sir.
learn. And that's one of the main things that I didn't know how to set up an LCD panel. I'm still iffy on hinges, pistons, and a lot of the other tech in the game, but I've got a lot better idea of how they work now. And by calling me an expert, you're giving me a great compliment, but you're overstating the actuality. That yeah, I've played the game. I've got a lot of hours in, but you know, somebody that has half the hours I've got may have twice the experience that I've got because of the way that they've advanced through the game as opposed to how I've gone through the game. So,
Yeah,
you know,
that's sort of the entertaining thing about it.
yeah, oh yeah, that's
Because
another.
you put four of those people together and you get a different result every time.
Yeah.
But yeah, but the thing that you two experienced on the moon was none of the lag at the other locations.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we have not had much lag, if any at all here. And I mean, there aren't. Is there anybody else? I mean, besides John and I that are on the moon right now? I mean,
There
there's
is there is
probably.
there is no one that bites on the hook to says they want to play Eden's Wrath or that they want to play Industrial Overhaul.
Hmm,
The
okay.
the experiment of both is strictly for our own benefit, and the people that do come and want to check it out, it wasn't for me. It was too complicated. Didn't get it.
Hmm.
You know, I didn't really want to make screws. And it's like, wait, because I have posted exactly on threads where people have or messaged them, added them as friends, done the whole thing to talk to them, and it's just like they talk about they want it more difficult,
Hmm.
but if you really wanted it more difficult, those things already exist right now,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like,
Well, it sounds a lot like somebody that's not playing with us currently. I want it more difficult. And then I'm going to do every possible thing in my power to make it as easy as possible, which is, total conflict of what you're saying or whatever. I just, I got to say, there is a certain allure to the vanilla build. It's like, oh, you can go and you can do this. Like, I'm like, sitting here on the moon. Today's John and my Moon Friday day, so I'm building some cargo containers down under his massive grinding pit right now as we're speaking, and wondering about, okay, there's 347 different elements in this game, of which we're in short supply on a bunch, but which particular elements do I need to go out and collect so that the refinery will spit out what we need to move forward or keep going? And that's, it's like, okay, it's a 3-step process or longer even, because you go in and you say, all right, well, I need to make steel screws. All right, well, to make a steel screw, I need to have steel. Okay, and then to make steel, I need to have iron, and I need to have, I think, molybdenum is in there, and and carbon. And there may be one other element, but you got to have all 4 in order to make the steel to even start thinking about making the screws. and that does complicate things a bit, but it's here and we're dealing with it, and it's starting to get a lot easier than it was when we first started out, because we were used to running up to the barn door and going, okay, produce me 37 of these. And the thing would go, okay, here they are. And in this game, you go up and do that, it goes, can't produce, if you ask for 5 different things, it's going to say, well, maybe 4 or maybe even all 5 of them that it can't produce. And you go, well, why not? And then you got to go figure out what you're missing and go get it. And it is a bit complicated, but it sure ups the level of challenge in the game over just plain vanilla. I mean, yeah, there's some challenges in vanilla, granted, but it's like, oh man, it's nothing near like this.
I think its biggest problem is not that it's a challenge. I think its biggest problem is that it's just not, there's some things about it that, like, there's some things about it that aren't polished, like the hydrogen tank as an example.
Yeah.
That's not material to it playing. It's just it's a thing to hold your hat on and go, but look. Then there's other stuff that's just, like, shouldn't be there, like the small ship jump drive, or the additional armored conveyor tubes. Like, that's an addition to the game. And like the capacitors versus batteries. Wait, we want the struggle of batteries. We got to produce stuff to make them. Oh, don't worry about it. We got your capacitors. Okay, so then when do we upgrade to batteries? You never do. You wait till you get the nuclear batteries at the end and just do those. All right, well, dude, what you're telling us is this whole system just gets skipped over. Like the layers thing is literally a copy of another mod that adds layers to things, like there's a stage 1 refinery, a stage 2, and a stage 3 refinery. And each of the stages unlocks stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 steel or graphic or this. That mod was a flop because, again, the small number of people that wanted it at the other end, there's a lot of other challenges that you can, I mean, you literally just have to think to the fact that nights where there's nothing but raining debris on cool runnings, and we're struggling to find any magnesium, let alone make another round of ammo to get it up into a gun, to get that repaired, to hopefully shoot down another drone. And, like, none of that needs you to go out and mine molybdenum. So it's like, well, where? But when you throw all of that together, like if you go over to Alpha 1 and you look around at various people's storage containers, they're huge, filled with every supply. The I need 6 different ingredients things is resolved. And once that's resolved, then it becomes a plain vanilla game again. And some of the stuff that he did, like especially with power. Power wasn't a struggle. Like I can tell you how to never die running out of air, oxygen or air in Astroneers. Lay the white tubing everywhere. Oh
Yeah.
wait, come on, that's a little crazy, isn't it? No, you actually can do it. You can just take off running
And keep
and
dropping feathers. Yeah.
keep dropping tethers, and as you're mining, just go dum 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 dum, and you just do a big loop around the planet, and then you come back and you go, "Hooray! I've circumnavigated my first planet here with tethers." You know,
Well, talk about that. That's what I did on the first game that I ever played. I laid out tethers running north and south all the way around the planet, and then a set running east and west, running all the way around the planet from my home base, so that I wouldn't get lost. Because in one of the very first instances that I tried, I got so lost I never found my way back to my home base until I died. Well, after that, I figured out that, well, you don't need to do all the way around the planet. All you have to do is run north from your base to the North Pole Gateway and run a tether line up there. And then if you're out driving around and you do get lost, all you do is drive north to the North Pole Gateway and follow the tether line back home. It's like, that's a lot easier than having 10,000 or 100,000 lag inducing tethers laid out on the planet. Because there were times earlier on, before, in early release, where the game went and, the more tethers you laid out, the longer it took you to place one down each time you put another one down. It was like 2 or 3 seconds even. Oh,
see, and that's the difference between mastering it and having the challenge taken away. There's there's a guy who released a video for No Man's Sky called "How to Beat the Game in 30 Minutes," sort of thing. And it's like, how to beat the game in 30 minutes, dude? You're obviously ignoring all the content and everything. Well, there's a thing that you can do in No Man's Sky, which is sit in a station and buy someone's ship. As long as it's not a Class A but a Class B or Class C ship, you buy it. Doesn't matter what it is. You run inside to the salvage junkyard guy, and you sell it for its parts. And then you take just a couple of the components to get the nitrate components out of it, and you either sell it back at that station or you jump to another system and sell it there. And you're playing sort of the market of it. Well, that's a fun thing to do in a later game when you've got like your gold base and your other base and your 4 other bases, and then you come back and you spend 20, 30 minutes and then you run a mission. No, this is a guy who made a video where like he just blitzed it to get up into the station to do that. And like he immediately is like, whoa, should I build this, build that? No, run into the cave. You're in the cave, gather up all this stuff. What about the rest of it? Ignore it. Who cares? But it's valuable. Yeah, but who cares? And just pick up.
well,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then run to this one guy's residential house, burst through the door. Oh, he's got missions and quests for you. Who cares? Well, what about the fact that you just bursted into his house? Do you want to be polite? Who cares? Just get the thing, get off the planet, get to the station, and like he blitzes through it. And after you watch it, you go, I can't really play No Man's Sky again. Because, like, all of those other steps that you just blitzed past were fun and entertaining.
yeah.
And they presented their own challenge because you slip and fall and get hurt. No, blitz past everything. And, I mean,
Well,
go ahead.
there's a whole mentality about that, though, that's like, oh, yeah, I beat that game. It's like, wait a minute, that game has got so much content that you could play that for 147 years and you couldn't finish all of the content that's in it. Oh, no, I beat it. Well, what constitutes beating the game? Did you make $1 billion? Is that what the goal was? Did you have, a full thing of cobalt, or more than you could ever carry? What's your parameters for beating the game? because they're a lot different than what mine are. And, it's just, okay, you go ahead and say that, but I know that you moved on to something else because you got bored or you thought you finished.
Well, that's where the Steam achievements are a fun challenge. Because here you go. You got something in the game to go work on, something to shoot towards. Go give it a shot. And you got other people that don't want to bother with it.
Yeah, but there's some people that they do the Steam achievements and that's their flag for like, oh, yeah, I'm done with this game now. Like, no, go look at the game. There's so much more stuff to do yet. Oh, no, I got all of the Steam achievements. I'm at 100% completion. That means I'm done with the game.
Well, I mean, it's a good. It is a benchmark of sorts.
Yeah.
Did I get my $50 out of this thing?
That's another thing. I mean, did I get my money's worth out of the game? Well, that's another thing that only you can determine whether you did or not. And I mean, some games you go barely, other ones you go, man, I'm still getting my money's worth on that one. That one, no, I'm never going back, and I don't care that I spent the 27 or 30 or however many dollars on it, because I just don't like the game.
Yep.
I made the wrong decision. I chose poorly when I bought that one. It happens.
Well, that's part of the fun, the shopping experience.
Sure. Yes, it is.
Like I posted about the Forest. The Forest is a fun game. For $7, it's an even better game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a matter of, well, do I want to go play the Forest? Hell no. Do I want to get 3 or 4 people that want to run through the campaign mission for it? Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's and that's really part of the problem with a lot of those games. It's again the Valheim people are, or the Valheim people are a really good example because, their game is over until another patch comes out. Everyone who's played Satisfactory, they're in that same mindset. It's their game is sort of over until more content comes out. And like the content in Satisfactory right now, like, oh, instead of water just going through a water system, you can run it through another separate line. Yeah, that's okay, but it's not it's not enough for. And like the dedicated server thing, a lot of us have spent a lot of time with various workarounds. Like, as an example, there's a mod for. I never mentioned this to you, by the way. There is a mod on the workshop. It's not even hard to find. That uploads your game to the workshop or to a Google Drive. And the next time you and your friends are playing, that person downloads it from the Google Drive. And it eliminates, any need for, it's on so-and-so's hard drive who's driving across country currently.
Okay.
It's right there in the workshop. But see, where that thing doesn't work is if somebody wants to be the one online while you're doing any building. And that's a personal thing that can't be resolved technologically. And it's
So basically that gives anyone that wants to play the multiplayer game that you started together kind of an instance of the game that they can continue forward with.
So,
but do they save that then if they make progress, but then you can't ever play with anybody else in the game again?
So what we used to do was
Hey John.
Morning.
Hey John, good morning. So one of the things that we did was we identified people that had a higher end PC and a good internet connection. And those were the people that could host. So, like, I'm right now, I was the only one online when you came on. So I would have grabbed the file off the Google Drive, and I would be running, Gargantuan 2020-04-16. And I would have pulled, let's say, the midnight copy that got shut off when whoever logged off last night that was hosting. So now, the file that someone was hosting when they logged off at midnight, like let's say Outwit, I would be playing it at 8 o'clock this morning until you came in. Now, I'm here and I'm playing with you, so we just keep rolling with the same save set. And then I look at you and I go, hey man, I'm heading out to go grab lunch. You have two choices. I can keep it running or I can toss it to you. And you go, well, I don't know how long you're going to be gone. The last time you went to lunch, you disappeared for 12 days. Plus, here's another thing. We are about to do X, and there's some things in Satisfactory that only the host can do at all or well. And that's part of what needs to be fixed because it's broken badly in multiplayer, in the co-op. And I would go, all right, man. No, oh, here's what it is. There was something with configuring panels or something. If I asked Viking or Natme, they would. I remember about what it was, but I'm sure they'd have the same answer. It was about this, but it was fucking frustrating because that's how it is. It's just there's no purpose for it, and it's frustrating as hell. There's just some things. Oh, I know what it was. Setting the floors on the elevator buttons to go up the floors of the building. Anybody could press the button, but only the host could change some of the display settings. And then there was a sign mod that came out that was really cool, but only the host could change the signs. And then there was another sign mod that wasn't as cool, but anybody could change it. And that's the one we used because no one wants to be tied down to the mod that, everybody couldn't touch. So I would save the game and we would all have to kick out because you need a clean save. You would then go to the Google Drive, pull the file down to you, and you would be running it. And then I'd come back from running my errands and I would just connect to your game and we'd go forward playing. And it would be whatever I was working on out there in the grasslands forest, it would be sitting there waiting for me.
Okay. As the host, you'd have to save the progress that the other person made while you were gone so that it was there?
No, because technically the host is the Google Drive folder.
Oh, okay.
You are literally just a pawn for the host.
as so often is the case.
But see, that's the way of thinking about it is, see, the host, if I'm playing with you, the host should never be me or you. The host should be like the Google Drive. And yeah.
It's like the server. The server is the host for all of us now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whether I'm here or not, it's still running.
So basically the Google Drive is kind of a workaround to have a server when you don't have a server.
Yeah, and if you go into the SMM, it's right there in the list. I mean, it's been there for a year. And see, we were doing it on our own because everybody that was doing it was tech savvy enough to do it quicker. Excuse me a second, I'll be back.
Sure. John?
Hello.
Hey, I'm on the moon.
I'm on the moon now too.
Oh, cool. I'm down underneath. I'm putting together a few more large cargo containers.
Yeah.
Hey, Caleb, are you there?
I perhaps may be here. Yes.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to say good morning to you.
Oh, good morning.
Hey, Galen.
I saw
Hey,
you
John.
come in while Jim was telling me about that cloud save type thing, and
Hey, that was perfect. I was in the middle eating my eggs still. So, I mean,
I just crashed my ship.
Oh no.
The purple one that I just built.
oh no.
I went up after a signal
Okay.
and I was coming down and I was paying attention to you guys. I wasn't paying attention to my altitude. And by the time I saw where it was, boom.
Too
I
late.
think I want to kill Susan right now.
How bad is it? I mean, is it completely wrecked, or can you fix it?
One of the drills survived.
And that's-
Um,
Oh God!
Hey,
Why do you wanna
Crowbar.
kill Svizen?
Oh yeah, well, one reason, he's got a fucking
Spyzan.
reliant backup on wheels.
Really?
I'm going to stream this, and I want you to take a look at it.
Let me go park myself here so I don't die again.
Yeah, we do the same thing. Get into a ship real quick.
Let me
He's got a reliant
get
on
this
wheels.
working. It's not one. Yeah, he's got a reliant on wheels. All right, the stream should be up.
Watch stream.
Okay.
Dude, how did he do that?
I have no fucking idea how the man pulled this shit off. I'm impressed.
I am too. You know, he's taken over more installations by
Dude,
himself.
he's just zapping the shit out of them. And I'm
Yeah.
over here trying to build this ship to do them. And the problem is every time I take a step forward, I get 2 steps backward from materials. And now this morning, this is what greeted me.
Oh man.
Ay, ay, ay. That's torn to shreds.
Yeah, I have no idea why.
Huh. You got a projector on that baby?
No, because it's not even finished. It was nowhere near finished. Because every time I get to work on it, I have to do something else.
Yeah, I stick one in and then I go to a 2.0. It's like Fanny. You know, I built
Yeah.
that one. I built it from a blueprint that I had, and then as soon as I built it, I knew that I wanted some upgrades to it. So I did the upgrades, and then I made another blueprint of the Fanny 2.0, and just keep doing that, and you know, but then you'd be able to go back easily to, man, but how the frick did he get that he must have flown it up and stuck the wheels on it somehow.
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell hit me last night, because
Maybe Svizzens ran into you with his rolling reliant.
I'm thinking that's what happened, because this isn't, you know,
Well,
if we got attacked, there'd be more shit here damaged than just my ship.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
on his reliant with wheels, you can see where he dug out the ground to put the tires on.
Hmm.
I saw that when you were flying over it first.
Oh yeah.
Ah, see, yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
So how's he going to get it out of the holes?
Uh,
he's gonna have
He
to
should be able to
lift it.
drive it. Those are big tires, man.
Well, maybe.
Or dig slight slopes to get them out. I mean,
Well,
that's
Ah,
he
yeah,
can turn
speak
that
of the
into
devil.
a rolling fort.
Hmm.
That's
Hey.
that's-
Friday.
Hey, Spyzan,
Yeah.
did you crash your Reliant on Wheels into my ship?
The what?
You're
Hmm.
Reliant on Wheels into my ship?
Ooh, I mean, I was the one who put the wheels on here.
Did it crash into my ship?
No.
Are you sure?
Did you guys get attacked at that silly towers last night?
That's the only other thing I can think of. I mean, I would think that there'd be a hell of a lot more damage here than just my ship if it was
Yeah, it
if
would've
it's
gone
that
after
bad.
The tower. It would have gone after all of the stuff that's just sitting around.
I mean, like that stuff would have been gone.
Yeah, because it doesn't just target the guns and whatnot, does it?
Oh shit,
God
maybe we
damn it,
did.
My rover's gone.
Yeah, I think we may have gotten actually like pretty hardcore attack probably last night.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
It would have been after I had gotten off.
Beautiful. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
Okay. So which rover is gone? Spyzan?
The one I was driving around.
The one with the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's no wheels on it or anything.
the caster.
Oh,
That's what it was. The caster rover.
yeah. Well, this must have happened after I logged off last night.
Okay, well, interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for some food because my character's starving, and apparently what was in the rover got cleaned up.
I burned through 100 boxes of 30 mil last night.
Jesus, what the hell attacked?
I don't know.
We'll never know because the evidence is gone.
We're missing a gun here on base.
You don't happen to have any spare food packets, do you?
Yeah, we got some food. Let me check this.
Okay, because my character's starving.
Okay, we still got a shit ton of 25mm though. Alright, time to build that gun back. Repair a solar panel. Fix this.
Well, those...
What a way to start the day.
Yeah, surprise. Welcome back.
Oh, I'm gonna seek vengeance for this. They're gonna pay.
Hey, Svizan. We can seek vengeance after we rebuild. It doesn't have to be today.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just trying to look for a food packet. Do you have any on you?
Yeah, I'm telling you, this base has a shit ton on it. Get over here.
I'm over at Solar Towers right now.
Yeah. They're in the ingots box.
No wonder I can't find it.
Don't ask questions why they're in the ingots box. I don't know.
If you got a sorter on, Outwit was telling me that the game considers the foodstuffs to be ingots.
Well, I mean, Space Beast did this, so I'll give you a guess on if there's a sorter or not.
Okay. That's where you got to go to get food, though. It's kind of like on silly at Sallyport.
So it's silly towers, my guy.
I know.
Everything's silly.
Is that why the food and stuff in the are on different networks or something at
Right.
Sallyport?
Yeah, that's why it's segregated from the rest of the base, and the only foodstuffs that the ingots container ever gets is when somebody dumps all of the stuff out of their backpack into the other side of the system. Then it grabs it up and puts it in the ingots box. You know, if we had them connected, every little bit of food that we've been making would be going in there and gumming up the works.
And I can't believe I crashed that thing.
Well, John,
Did you crash?
Yeah, like I was descending back to the moon. I went up after a signal and it disappeared while I was en route, so I turned around to come back. And then I heard Dan and Store Papa talking, so I wasn't really paying attention, and I didn't pay attention to my altitude, and I hit hard. There was like one block of armor and a drill left.
That's pretty damn hard.
yeah,
God damn.
He was moving, I guess. Well, we got let's see, 16 full batteries here, John. So if you want to set up the projector and start building again, we should be able to maintain it for a while anyway.
Yeah, I'm not going to rebuild it today. I'll
Okay.
maybe do it again. I got the Renaissance over here I can use.
Okay. It's all right. Well, let me get back down in the hole
Is
there.
the my little TLF is still here. I probably could do something with that today.
Yeah. You know what? If you want to drag the red TLF over, and I'm thinking about cutting back so that I only got 2 of those guys sitting around. And I think, you know what happened? Remember that 5th one that I had sitting over there that was in between the cargo containers?
Yeah.
Apparently it ran out of uranium.
Oh, uranium.
And
Aluminum.
the beacon went down, and it got cleaned up, so it's not over there anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what, the one I got over here, I haven't really done anything with it. Why
Yeah.
don't we just put that in a grinder?
All right. Well, the other ones that I got over there, all four of them are in working order. You know, I'd like to keep the green one and the blue one, but there's the red one and then the black and green one. If you want to take either of those, feel free.
Yeah, because I don't have much on this repaired at all. There ain't no sense in keeping it.
Okay. Well, you know what? You might want to take, and instead of dropping it in the grinder pit, use lapis, the grinder ship, to grind it up. Because I find that when you drop small grid chips into that grinder pit, they just explode.
Really?
Yeah. And because I had the elite ship grinders on the front of lapis, and I went after a broadsword, and it just exploded.
You had it right the first time.
Okay, longsword. Long. I gotta remember long. I keep trying to remember that, and I keep screwing up. But anyway, the lapis, I put just basic grinders on there, so she'll grind it up without blowing the thing to bits. And I mean, well, you know what? Let's do an experiment. Let's put it in there gently and then turn on the grinders and see what happens. You could use Godzilla to place it down in there real easy. But when you're ready to hit the switch, let me know and I'll come up because I want to watch, if you don't mind.
He likes to watch.
Oh, yes.
Well, have you
Not
guys?
expecting that.
Let's see. So we're gonna put it in the grinder pit, or are we gonna just grind it?
Let's try it in the grinder pit and see what happens, because it may have been a one-off when it did that before. You know, something glitched and it went woohoo, bye-bye, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's in a kind of a tight spot right now. I don't think my Reliance will fit in that hole to pick it up.
Your Renaissance? Well,
the Renaissance.
Use Godzilla. You should be able to angle Godzilla around. Or you want me to come up and try and grab it?
Which one's Godzilla? The one gifted to us?
Yes, the one that we got from Mr. Pays.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable driving that one. That one.
All right, I'll come up and give you a hand then.
Oh, you are on Alpha 1.
Yes,
Yeah.
Friday,
Okay.
Friday Moon Day for us.
I was like, how the hell did they get to the fucking moon?
We've been here all along on this server. Yeah, we try to get over here at least once a week for, I don't know, day, couple of hours anyway, to make sure that we don't have any untoward problems going on.
Ship losses.
Yeah, ship losses we can deal with, but we want to try and keep the whole base, and we almost lost the whole base on several occasions now. But once we figured out what was going on and why it was eating all of the uranium out of our reactors, we don't have to worry about that too much anymore. All right, let me see about this puppy in here. All righty. All aboard.
Thank God I built the majority of this sort of heavy armor. I might have lost the whole thing if I hadn't.
I'm gonna get in it when you make your connection. Before you take off, I gotta release the.
Well, you can do it from the bottom with build vision. Be in the cockpit.
Couldn't I? Yeah.
Because if you're in the cockpit, when I grab on, it's going to cause all kinds of funky behavior. And in this location, I think we want to have it nice and gentle. So let me just.
Okay, let me know when you're locked on.
Okay. Get rid of those signals.
I might have to grind down a block too, because it looks like it's sunk into the base it was sitting on.
Okay. Hang on.
Yeah, Caleb, I went out to that Cardigan ship. Were offloaded, and that large container was hanging by a piston, and
Yeah, the one that we were, that was a
locked
real
on, John.
really
I'm
wonky.
locked on.
Okay,
outwit
you got it.
connected to that last night and about
All right.
flung me into space.
All right.
Yeah, I went over.
Gently place it in the grinder.
I went over to it and started grinding it down, and it like drew me in.
Yeah, it had some funky behavior going on.
Yeah, it was almost like there was one of those gravity things on there that was pulling me into it. So I'd start grinding. Next thing I know, I was yanked right into it, and ended up lost a couple thrusters and had to repair those to get out and cut some stuff away to get out.
Yeah,
It was a
I
mess.
should have hand demolished it last night, but I never did. I should just like crash to the ground. I don't know why Faizan built that.
I'm impressed with what he did with that.
Oh no,
that one.
he's doing good. He's doing great.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put it. Hang on, I'm gonna put it right gently, right in the middle of the grinder pit here. Get into this view. Okay, let me.
Well, whatever the hell hit us from the northwest, and there's nothing over there.
All right, let me go park this thing, and then
Okay.
hit the button and. Really, you don't like flying this thing? Is it because Jeff banged it up so many times?
Yeah, well, and I haven't had a lot of experience with it, so in tight spots, I'm not comfortable driving it yet.
Well, the only way to get comfortable is to get uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's true.
That sounded like that didn't sound right.
Well,
And maybe if I hadn't already crashed my first ship today.
Yeah, one a day is is something.
I can't believe I because all I did was let gravity. I was letting gravity pull me down. That was it.
Hey, the plan worked.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I was at 2,500 meters the last I looked, and I stopped paying attention. Doesn't take long.
Oh no, not when you're going along at 360 kilometers an hour or more. Well, actually, what's our speed limit here? Is it 100? Because we don't have atmospheric on here, do we?
Well, and I wasn't, like I said, I was just using gravity to pull myself down.
Gravity on the moon is 0.25, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
ready?
whenever you're ready. Oh, it's okay. That's good to know. But boy, it doesn't take long, does it?
Just grind that thing right down. Some of the stuff in the center is going to stick around, I think. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Okay, it's off.
We'll do the cleanup.
A lot of parts.
Yeah.
A lot of parts.
Yep.
Is our inventory's not full, is it?
No, I just built 5 or 6 new containers down there. And we don't, you know what? We should have built a cargo container up on the deck here.
Yeah, maybe that's the next thing to add.
So I replaced most of the floor on the bottom of Snowball there.
Snowman.
Snowman, yeah, Snowman. With heavy grid.
Okay.
So I didn't replace everything everywhere. I certainly could, though.
I mean, as long as you like, the pilot house needs to be protected with heavy grid. The cargo containers, you can. I don't know if it's necessary though, because I think they're mostly going to start shooting at us rather than the cargo.
Yeah, the problem at that point is that's there's a lot of blocks that would almost be easier to do if it was printed and sitting on the projector.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I just, because every time you replace a block, you got to make sure you can keep walking and you don't want to lose integrity. Or
yeah.
I gotta go change my personage.
Well, Silly Towers got hit decently last night.
did awesome. How did it feel?
Yeah. Silly Towers, they only lost a gun and a solar panel. Because my ship took the brunt of the attack. It's like a fucking wall. But, it's still actually in pretty good piece. The rear got hit. But I'm trying to figure out, it came from the southwest and northwest, and there's no bases out there within 7 kilometers.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
I got changed back to male astronaut or engineer, or male person from engineer. So check your backpack size, because you know that changing to engineer doubles it.
Medical components won't fit. How come? That's some.
And again, if it was a combat ship, having a whole second, the internal compartment and then the armor on the outside be a lot easier to deal with. And a heavy armor block is 112 kilograms. I'm not worried about weight, and regular's 20. So it's an extra 100 kilograms per block.
That's a lot of extra weight.
Yeah, so it's 1,000 kilograms per 10, and there's, hundreds of blocks in the ship.
Yeah.
So we could be adding 30, 40 kilograms to this thing. At that point, if we're making it a heavier thing, then that should be a different design.
Yeah, I mean, reinforcing the cockpit I get, but...
Yeah, but you still want it to look good. It's not, if you don't design it to be reinforced.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get what you're putting down.
Like, first off, it wouldn't be this open design with all the glass. It would be portholes on bulkhead walls.
Yeah, you'd have probably like 2 sheets of glass for the pilot and co-pilot, and that's it. If that.
Come on down to Flying Crowbar's used ship lot down here. Take your pick.
Well, that's why it would be cool on on one of these planets, once everybody's, got their shit together and we're functioning better, is to talk about that, hey, how about third person is turned off? You know, because third person, man, is a...
Oh, cheaty.
Yeah, it forces you to put cameras on everything, and...
There's that one over there, the red one, or the black and green one over there. They're both completely built up. I don't know if I got any parts in them, but hey, your parts are my parts, you know. I think there's there may be oxygen bottles in there, since these ships don't have any oxygen hydrogen systems on them.
Yeah.
Hey, is Fizan still here?
He's muted and deafened.
Okay.
They both have the cutout on the top, so you can access the large cargo container too. What the heck is going on with that?
They'll stop the ships, but you can't maneuver with them, right?
What's that?
The big ships when you're capturing them.
Well, you can actually, they'll stop them and you can drag them back. You just can't bring them down. So what I've been doing with these little ones is I've been going up and I load up the cargo container with, say, 1 or 2 beacon worth of beacon parts.
Yeah.
So that if I catch a ship that doesn't have a beacon on it, I can throw one on, drag it back, and then they turn it into a station up above us, come back down, and then at some point in the future go back up and drag it down with some other ship. Like Godzilla works good for that, for me anyway.
Yeah.
Since, I mean, even though it's a small grid ship, it's still got enough thrusters on it that it can bring... Hell, I brought that Raven down here with the damn thing. And most of the other ships that we've brought in have all been, at least at one point or another, the Godzilla has brought them down.
Okay, I'll
Decisions.
I tell you, I'll take the red one.
All right.
See, there are no connectors on it, right?
Right. All you got is landing gear and thrusters. And the landing gears are set to not auto-lock, and I know you prefer auto-lock, so you're going to have to change that around. I think all of them are okay to lift right off. I was having that issue with them sinking into the deck before, to where they would get stuck.
Yeah, that's what was wrong with mine over there.
Yeah, but right now they're all okay.
There's no batteries, right? It's just reactors.
Right. Let me make sure. Yeah, everything is on because the beacon is lit up. So, have you ever flown one of those things before?
Once I think. Oh yeah.
Take it out for a test flight, because it's pretty enthusiastic about going forward.
Yeah, it is.
And up too. The other movements, it brakes pretty well because it's got 2 forward-facing large thrusters.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, they're a pretty zippy little ship, actually.
It's getting to be that time of year where the sun is starting to come in this second floor story window and right on my chair.
Yep. It feels good, but it messes up the gaming, doesn't it?
It does that.
Puts that nice big glare patch on your screen.
Yeah. Well, mostly it's on my glasses.
Oh, okay.
Man, I can't believe I crashed that ship already. I just finished building.
Well,
Must be an omen.
well, you got a replacement already. It's a lot smaller, but hey, you know, a ship for a ship is not a bad thing, I guess.
Nah, that's true.
And you'll rebuild the other one.
Yeah, I might make some changes to it, and that's what I'd planned on doing with that one. Then I got greedy and went after that ship.
Now you get to start from scratch with the changing. Up, looks like we got a beacon up there.
Do we?
Yeah, it's at 6.82 kilometers up towards Earth. If it's another Renaissance, you could just take the blue one up and fly the Renaissance back down. If it's not,
I'm in the red one now. See what we get. It's one of those sails.
oh, okay. You want me to head up with Godzilla?
Yeah. How do you do this again? Control Z, right?
Yeah.
You have to be in cockpit view, Control Z, and you have to be within 100 meters of the target.
Yeah, I am. But it's not working. I don't know if it's...
You have to have your crosshairs on it too.
Really? Ah! Boy, I almost ran into it. There we go.
You know what I've been thinking about that. Remember that survival kit, that modular survival kit that I put on that miner that we were using yesterday?
Okay.
I'm thinking about flipping it around the other way so that it points the opposite direction, and then temporarily taking off the merge block on the end so that the barn door for the H2O2 generator is completely open. That way you can put your bottles in there, and then when we decide to take it off the miner, we can just put the merge block back on and do it that way. But while we're out trying to do sapper missions, we'll have the H2O2 generator readily available. Oh, come on. Oh.
got it.
Slowed to a stop.
Yeah,
Energy
it's stopped right
low.
now. I'll get out and go down and see if I can take it over. Now, with all this sunlight, you wouldn't think I'd need light. There it is.
All right, hopefully that works. That did it. Okay. I see a ROC signal up there. You must have been successful.
Yeah, I got it.
Hmm. Okay.
God damn it.
You know, some days I feel the exact same way. What's going on, John?
I was just laughing at Maxine Waters responding to Jordan, and they were questioning. Jordan was questioning Dr. Fauci. The chairman tried to answer the question, and Jordan said the public doesn't want to hear you answer the question. They want to hear what Dr. Fauci has to say. And Maxine Waters jumps in and says, respect the chair and shut your mouth. It's like, Maxine's another one of those California Democrats.
Mm. Okay, I'm here.
One of the crazies.
Yeah.
She's just a crazy politician, period. So it looks like I got the whole thing. Where's the beacon?
Well, it's already ours because I see it's an ROC beacon now.
Okay.
Are you going to call the ship in the USA?
Rockin'?
No, ROCK in the USA. So you call it K in the USA. Call
This one's
call
not
Kin,
getting a name.
call Kinthusa,
It's,
Oh, you're already out here.
and then it would be ROCK in the USA. Call Kinthusa.
All right, let me get off of it, and then you can
yeah,
have it.
then I can grab it right there and take it straight down and feed it right into the grindy bit. Now you just stopped it. You didn't convert it to a ship or a station or anything, right?
No, I didn't convert it.
Great. Okay. Over a little bit.
Oh. Yeah.
Calum, is that do you see any refueling stations out there on the map anywhere?
I got a defense installation 2 kilometers from me. Missile post 7. Yeah, refueling depot 7.5 from me, but that's the northeast.
Can we go take that after lunch?
We can, yeah.
Don't know what your schedule is.
I mean, you
There you go. Boy,
need
those
some
things
fuel?
are fast, aren't they?
Well,
Are.
I mean the Hermione
Charlie,
over
get
here is almost out of hydrogen.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can take that.
Hey, John, you see that big shadow on the planet?
Yeah. Is that you?
No, I don't think so, because I'm going the opposite direction. Can you look up at the sun and see what that is passing
Oh,
off
I'm gonna
between us and the
fucking
sun?
kill this stupid fucking sorters.
Because it looks like a pretty big ship.
It does, but I don't see anything up there. Oh, wait a minute. That's on the planet.
You know, it could be an asteroid.
Yeah.
But wait a minute, it's moving, so it can't be an asteroid, because the asteroids don't... Well, yeah, they do, because the sun moves.
Sun moves, so the shadow moves.
Yeah, you're right. So it may very well just be an asteroid shadow, but boy, oh boy, it looks like a... And the stuff that's up there is way too far away to, you know... It'd have to be pretty good size, actually, to cast.
Yeah, it's a meteor
Really, we got meteors?
or
Cool.
asteroid.
We have meteors, but I think they were turned off on Alpha 1.
Okay.
Oh, they turned on Alpha Shipyards.
No.
Okay.
No. There's the predominant complainers of meteors were Scotty and Crowbar. Not Crowbar, Scotty and Outwit.
Okay.
Besides the resources and shit being destroyed, they also bitched about the ground being broken up too much and the lag they cause. And then they complained I had them turned up too high, and the whole time I laughed because it was turned down as low as possible.
Yeah, I turned meteors on my solo game to give that a try. So far, they haven't hit my base.
They get real fucking close.
Yeah, they do.
And you waste ammo trying to shoot them down.
I don't even bother shooting them down. They bring in uranium and platinum sometimes.
Yeah, I've gotten uranium, magnesium, cobalt.
Well, when they land on your base and they blow up like a warhead.
Why are you having a warhead on your base?
Blow up like a warhead.
Wait a minute, we have a self-destruct warhead on the ship up in space, up around VTS.
We did.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, I started building underground for that eventuality, but I turned on the wolves because I don't have daily needs on there. They usually bring me materials or different ores.
Fuel critical.
Fuel low. Death. Fuel critical.
Fuel low. Welcome to the ground.
But daily needs is next.
That's what you're going with next?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I need to learn how to do that. So I started playing with it on Alpha Shipyard at the new base. It's just to
I'll just talk to Svizan. He's got it all figured out now.
does he?
Just add more gyros.
Or put a cargo container on a big ass hinge and, you know, levitate it 100 meters up.
Or put 5x5 rollers on a Reliant. I gotta give them credit. I mean,
Touch
it
your
is
toes.
an idea.
Yeah, it's original. I'm impressed. I'm just also in the same Y category.
Fuel low.
Yep.
Fuel critical.
Yeah, Hermione already has a couple tanks that are totally empty.
Yeah, no, we can take that. Do you want to do it after the reset?
Well, we ain't gonna do it before.
Yeah.
Reset. Shoot, what time is
In
it?
about 5 minutes, 3 minutes.
Less than 5.
Yeah. I'll help you take that, but today I'm trying to get a lot of work on this ship done. And now, especially since it got hit pretty hard last night, a lot of it's easy to do.
Okay. Hey, John, can you hit the button on the grind pit there?
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm over.
All right.
uh,
You know what? I'll just hover here and wait for the restart to get finished, and then we can grind this puppy up.
Yeah, I'm coming.
But better not to try starting beforehand, you know. Make sure I'm full on health and oxygen and everything before the restart hits. Just in case.
Alright. Well, I'll see you after maintenance. It sounds like a plan.
Alright.